Hello, Lennies. Monday morning cracks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cheers, Gunner.
Here's Runner.
Yeah. So many things going on in the world. How is everybody out there? And how is your Monday morning going? Season 4 has begun, everyone. So listen up closely. This is Runner and Gunner with the new season just starting right before your very ears.
This is actually the Wednesday, the new, brand new, redone Wednesday edition of the Runner and Gunner show.
Rebooted.
We're not always here every Wednesday either. And guess what? When we are here,
Hump day.
We're going to have a blast. It's Wednesday morning. We know you want to sip, but it's only the hump of the week.
And Humpty Dumpty sipped on a wall.
And Humpty Dumpty got too drunk and fat.
No King's Horseman came around because he got locked away. Humpty Dumpty is my friend, and I used to do the dance every day back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Good old
Humpty
times.
Dumpty,
Speaking of back in the 80s,
Pacman.
there was a great game called Pacman and another great game
It's also Humpty Dumpty.
called Frogger.
Froggy's
Frogger
not.
was really cool. He used to hip hop around.
You know who I like better than Froggy?
Who's Froggy Doggy?
Lenny and Froggy.
Lenny Frog.
Lenny Frog.
Loggy?
Laverne and Shirley?
But
Frogger, the game. We
Frogger
got
the
it.
game. Yeah. So the main goal of Frogger the game is to get your frogs across. It's not one frog. See, everybody gets it mixed up. They think it's one frog crossing. It's several frogs. How many holes? About 4 or 5, right?
Yeah.
And so they got to cross, beat all this damn traffic. For some reason, everybody's going about 50 to 60 at the beginning, but once you get to the farther levels, it start going 85, 90, 105.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Texas.
And
Yeah.
so what you got to do is get your guy across, get him into his little froggy hole, and that is the goal. If you get all 5 frogs in your froggy hole, you pass on to the next level.
And whoever does it the fastest gets the highest score. And then you get to put your initials on the number 1 spot and be the champion of all the kids.
I prefer putting ASS, but other people put BUT or, whatever everybody puts in those 3 initials back in the day with those little joysticks. You got to move up and down. If you press A at the wrong thing, you might even get like an exclamation point, comma,
I'm GWG.
quotation, whatever it is. But yes, GWG and RUN is the other thing I would put all the time.
Yes.
Same thing with Pacman, but
Gunner
Pacman,
with the gun. That's what GWG stands for. Gunner with the gun.
there you go. And Pacman was a whole different game also. Pacman was really cool. He used to freaking get chased. It was a whole different game. He would
1980s.
Yeah, he would get chased by these ghosts. I don't know.
Yeah, so he was
You Lennies
essentially
out there might think it's racist, but
Humpty
hey.
Dumpty, and he was getting too sipped on his wall, and he was getting drunk, and so he
He
started
got
seeing ghosts.
hungry.
But he couldn't let the ghost attack him if he was too hungry.
So he got these munchies for these pellets, and these pellets taste like, whatever your favorite food is. It could be steak. It could be filet mignon. It
Lobster.
could be Kobe. It could be
Lasagna.
anything that you could
Pickles.
imagine. Pickles dipped in peanut butter. Anyway,
Ice
it
cream.
was the best thing ever to him. And he would eat these things, and he would get
Coney Island.
so hungry that he couldn't stop eating. And the ghosts would get so mad because you're stealing our pellets. We're trying to make a living here too. And so these ghosts would chase him around and around and around.
Yep.
And eventually he would get these power pellets. The power pellets would turn these ghosts blue and yet make them edible. So he was actually eating these ghosts. He could eat up to 4 ghosts at a time. And they would turn into ghosts or into eyeballs, go back into their little ghost land and come back.
How
and
far have you ever gotten?
reappear.
What's the farthest you've gotten on
Ooh.
Pac-Man? How far did I get? Level 3 is my...
I could get a little bit further than that. I've gotten really far. I used to play it on Sega, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
We're talking strictly arcade.
I was born in
Strictly
86.
Arcade.
I mean, 79. And so I was just too young to play Pac-Man.
Yeah,
But
me
I did play
too.
Nintendo.
I love Pac-Man.
But
I
Pac-Man was
did play
also
the
on
arcade,
Nintendo.
though. The
Believe
arcade
it or
was-
not.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
It was by, and what's it called?
Namco.
Namco. There we go. Namco were the creators of Pac-Man.
That was my favorite version.
It was cool. Namco was my favorite too. And Mrs. Pac-Man was also cool.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Mrs. Pac-Man? Then they added a turbo thing.
Except for she had powers.
They had they had cheat modes.
Fruits.
Oh, and she had freaking lipstick and shit. Stuff.
Lenny's probably loved Mrs. Pac-Man better than the original Pac-Man.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have anything to do with that.
So
Pac-Man, all it was just a better game, and Mrs. Pac-Man was the character you were playing with.
And then they called it Pac-Man Fever because everybody got into Pac-Man. It was one of the biggest deals of the early to mid 80s, right before the Nintendo console came out, the NES original came out.
What was better, Frogger or Pac-Man?
See,
let's get back to that. Think about it.
Yeah, that's tough.
For now, let's talk about last week's episode. If you guys missed last week's episode, then you're missing out.
A whole lot.
You should be afraid because
be very afraid.
You're missing out. And if you are FOMO, the fear of missing out, then you should be scared because you are missing
falling behind
time.
In life.
What are you doing? Still playing Call of Duty? Come on.
Pick up your life.
Let's do a little segment that we call
the Runner and Gunner
episode.
Last week
Runner and Gunner's highlights. Here's a couple clips from last week's episode, or Monday's episode.
Ever felt so feel it and wake up. Yes. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. We're going to tell you what happened.
Pretty freaking strong.
Shoot. We're going to tell you what happened.
He will kick your butt if you don't know how to get him down.
And it wasn't right. I don't agree with that. I don't want to see it, so I turned it off right after that.
Okay, Uncle Lenny, we're about to cut you off. We got to keep going with our stuff.
Please. Everyone can do that.
500.
No, you can't do that. But...
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
There it was.
Wonderful highlights. You guys got to tune into the Runner Gunner Show to get the full best quality
every week
show.
Listen to it
on Earth. We're better than anybody. Listen to our podcast. You guys got to tune in.
We are helping people.
We're not going to give
you fatherless
the advice that
children,
you should be needing.
And we're helping the poor widows of the earth, the broken widows. We're helping broken widows and fatherless boys, girls too, children. We're helping them. We're helping you. We're giving you enlightenment that is essential to being whole. We're giving you the number whole. That is whole in a whole. That is full equal part. Anyways, enough of that. We got another segment. It's called Disco versus Technology. Disco versus Techno. And let me tell you, disco is dope. It's from the 70s. It had a little computer making the noise. But techno is from the 90s it started, but it's still going today. Yeah, but it also has a little computer that's making all the noise.
See,
techno's
okay.
Well, actually, you could do disco with the full band. I guess you could do techno too, but they don't.
You can.
But disco actually was most of the time with some kind of horn player or guitarist, and it'd be like doom, ta, doom, ta, doom. Disco fever, and then techno is a little more like and that is what techno's more like.
So they both sound kind of similar. These were considered dance crazes at their time that they both came out. They both came out and they were considered dance crazes. So a lot of people did a lot of different type of drugs and they just got out there and danced their butts off. And so this was what created this dance craze. Disco,
drugs,
in my opinion,
was created by drugs.
It's created by coke. Was created by people that used to get down on the disco ball. See, there was a disco ball. They had things that have
and also they
survived
in the 70s,
during disco.
So you don't eat all day and then you do some coke and then you're jacked.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's how disco was made.
That is horrible. But
techno was made by pills.
It was made by people
and you burn out and you get so sweaty and you keep on dancing, but you're dying.
We could
and you
say
just keep
disco
dancing,
was
and that's how techno was made.
No, cocaine and techno was technically techno was
technicalities.
E. And E is something that we did never take. Personally, I haven't. I know Gunner hasn't. I don't know if Gunner has, but I haven't.
I have not.
So I would not. I will not. Yeah. And so E was that thing that created that type of genre, and then people used to dress up funny and
Yeah.
have a good time though. And anyways, they had a good time.
Had a good time. It was a
they
scene.
would
It was
go
a whole
there
thing.
and they had their disco people.
Yeah.
I mean, their techno people, and these techno
Both.
people were going at it hard. They even had battle dances, and that's how battle dances were created during
It was
the
great,
techno
actually.
era.
You could listen
And
to it and
it was
enjoy the
kinda
scene
cool.
without doing drugs.
Yeah, you could just watch people freak out and be funny and do everything. But
the scene itself was created by drug-inspired musicians.
exactly. But okay, here we go. Now let's break it down to which one do you think was better? Me, I'll have to go with disco because I think disco had more hits. Techno doesn't have as much lyrics, and to me, it's personally just a disc jockey DJ type of thing. And disco is more. You could have instruments in disco. You could have Earth, Wind, and Fire created some of the disco. There's big groups out there that have created disco, yet they were still big groups. Even the Bee Gees did some disco, and they're pretty huge themselves.
Started disco.
I mean, and how many techno groups can we name?
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Exactly, and
You Could Ring My Bell.
Oh shoot, there's so many out there,
Let's get down tonight.
And
Even
for the Lennies,
80s
I Will
disco.
Survive. Yeah, yep.
80s
Let's get
disco
down
was
tonight.
great.
Yep. The whoop, whoop, all that
I'm
is
actually
disco.
going to have to take techno side.
Yeah.
Not because it had that, I love disco because it had that 60s
It did.
ability instilled inside
It had
of
the
it.
resin of the 60s.
It did. It had
inside
some
it.
resonation of the 60s, and I love that. And I will listen to disco all day long, especially over rap. But disco versus techno, I'm going to have to choose techno because the sounds. It's the modern, the computer. It's like disco on ecstasy.
I could see it.
And it's just so many lasers, sounds, quick drum beats,
That is
bumping deeps, and strong, vibrating,
And plus,
fast.
they seen colors when they were
fast
dancing.
solids.
And the girls used to wear way less stuff than the girls that
The
dance to
girls
disco.
are
The girls that dance to
crazy
techno
sexy with
used to wear-
techno.
yeah.
They practically wear nothing because they're on ecstasy and they're feeling ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
But Alice DJ, I love. What about that? One song that goes, "I still remember you're something. Don't you take me too long. You know why." Whatever that song. That song's dope. Castles in the Sky. Even beyond, like even dubstep is techno. And dubstep's dope,
Yeah.
it's got its
New
mood.
age
I put
techno.
it on when I'm
They do.
driving down the road.
Yeah.
It's good. I choose techno because
Okay, because
the
it
progression,
moves you in a different direction.
not because
And
of
so-
that, because the technology behind it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So they
that is
got
why.
down with their. Yeah, I see. Okay.
All right, so on to the
new
next
wave
subject.
technology.
It's also music, and it is swing versus the 1940s
40s
wartime swing music.
swing. So swing.
How do you
was
know
actually
swing?
Back,
What do you know about swing? What is
Swing-
swing to you?
Swing to me is
brother?
more like the big band type of stuff
Me
and
too.
big horns and just getting down. Doing the Charleston, doing
Me too.
all kind, doing the
20s,
waltz,
even
the cool
20s is
stuff.
swing.
Yeah, the cool stuff when it first began, and
But
you
me,
would
Benny
take your girl
Goodman,
to a ball and
Howlin'
get all
Forest,
dressed up all nice, wear your hats,
Glenn Miller,
stuff like that.
King Cobra, King Koopa, I mean. Gene Koopa.
Gene Krupa.
King Koopa, Gene Koopa.
Wrong video game. I mean, same name.
Oh, I wish they made a video. Oh, they do. Well, I don't know. Anyways,
he should drum fireballs instead of spit them out.
so wartime
But he pretty much drummed like a
1940s
fireball.
swing music is how I got introduced to swing in my life. To swing music, it was the Benny Goodman and the Gene
40s,
Koopa,
yeah.
Howlin' Forest, and
Yeah, those are
Billie
good times.
Holiday.
Billie Holiday, man.
Billie Holiday
this
is the tip of the iceberg. If you go deeper, there's some very good songs to find.
So 1940s is really good also, I agree, because
20s swing music was
it
the
introduced
same.
right before a new type of music that was coming out that we love very much.
Rock and roll, baby.
Billy Haley and the
1950s.
Comets were big on swing music.
I'll take Elvis over
And so-
Benny Goodman any day.
Yeah,
But it's a close
that
one.
was the beginning. But
Just any day.
as you were saying, I would probably still take swing from the 20s because I think they used to throw around each other a little more.
Oh yeah,
and
the girls used to
and
wear those.
they used to dance on the poles and they
dresses
did all
with the little
all the
feathers
crazy
on it.
stuff. Yeah, man.
and they put the feathers
cool
in their
stuff.
head.
Yeah, that's right. I
And then they would
love
jiggle.
all that stuff. And to them,
They do the jitterbug.
This was considered a very like outlawed kind of thing. This was considered like, you can't
Yeah.
really do this.
Yeah,
And
Paul
it
McCartney
was-
would
it was-
never jitterbug. Paul
Mm-mm.
McCartney does. He jitterbugs.
Oh, Paul McCartney jitterbugs every day.
Hey, it is fall 2021.
Fall
It is the Runner and Gunner show
2021.
you are listening
Welcome
to on the
fall.
Wednesday, and the hump of the day is, what is a better game? What do you like better?
Frogger
or
versus
Pacman?
Pacman. Choose
What is
wisely.
a better game? Tell me about it.
It's a very close
The Runner and
tie.
Gunner Show at gmail.com.
But you guys got to hit us up and let us know, because we are very curious about your mind, your thoughts, and everything that you think about this show.
And have a great Wednesday. You know, the guy in front of you just cut you off. Let him cut you off. Fall behind and relax. You know,
Just
you want to
chill,
put on the
yeah.
Runner and Gunner Show, listen to some good entertainment, and feel great. That's all it is about.
Yep, just feel great and be great.
You want to feel great like Paul McCartney, not Fall McCartney. Even though it's fall 2021.
2021.
We want you to feel great, not because it's fall, but because Paul McCartney doesn't exist. And Paul McCartney is still alive today. He's actually in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame since 1999. Anyways, everybody, if you think Paul McCartney is alive, then you probably think that mermaids exist. But
UFOs
what would you
over your
do
house.
if you put all in one boat, a mermaid, a sailor, and a pirate? Who would win?
Who would win?
We'll talk about this and a lot more when we come back after these commercial breaks. But also when we come back from these commercial breaks, we will talk about the release of Grand Theft Auto for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
The first Grand Theft Auto,
the first
3D
one,
Grand Theft Auto to ever be released on a Nintendo product.
And it has online capabilities, so that's going to be insanely good.
It's going to be amazing. Hopefully they don't get the PlayStation treatment where they give us like Tony Hawk, the redone version, but kind of like, sure, Nintendo.
We'll just give you a little piece
scraps.
Of it. Yeah.
We'll give you a little stupid chunk of this. Your version's going to suck. PlayStation version's going to be awesome. We're going to have everything, internet, more things. You can buy things. And Nintendo, nah, get out of here. We'll give you the stupid version. Hopefully they don't do that to us this time with the Grand Theft Auto series. But we'll review it. And a lot more of things like this after these commercial breaks. Oh, I meant after these commercial breaks. Yo, just driving around here on my Tesla. It only cost me 30 grand.
30 grand? Wow, where can I get one?
Well, you got 30 grand in your pocket right now?
I could get it.
Yoink, my money, fool. Zoom.
Wow, it was worth it to see him go 500 miles per hour on my 30 grand. Wait a minute, where's my money?
Tesla. Yo, what's up, everybody?
What up? This is the Runner and Gunner Show,
and we are here now with you
guys.
We are here every Monday and Wednesday from now on.
Mondays and Wednesdays from now on, so you got to tune in as
soon as possible. We're here every Monday and Wednesday.
Monday and Wednesday, so listen up close, everybody.
And we're not conscripted to that tiny little 30-minute spot. We can go 25 minutes. We can go 24 minutes.
We could go 24 hours. Wait a minute, no we can't. But we can still do great things and help you guys feel better about your Mondays and Wednesdays. So tune on in.
The Runner and Gunner. The Runner and Gunner Show. Monday morning six cracks. Wait, it's not Monday.
Wait,
let's pump. Oh!
Cheers, Gunner!
Cheers, Gunner. Also, Gunner and Gunner Show. It's the new edition. Just kidding. It's a Runner and Gunner Show.
Runner and Gunner Show.
If you don't know who Runner is, then you don't know who Gunner is, then you don't play video games, son.
And you've never heard a real podcast in your life.
Listen, do you ever play video games? Well, then you know what a runner is. He's the one who runs. You know what a gunner is? He's the one who guns. Have you ever made a drug deal? Well, runner is the one who runs.
Run it.
And gunner is the one who guns. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Yeah. What we do is run and gun these shows.
It is Wednesday, actually. It's Wednesday the 17th.
Good Wednesday.
2021.
Number 17.
California,
November.
Los Angeles, Hollywood. We are here to tell you that the
Welcome to
weather
Los
is
Angeles.
perfect. We
Of
know
course
that there's
it
a
is.
snowstorm in half the world, but here in California, it's looking pretty nice.
It's just another beautiful, sunny Southern California day, just as they say. But for us, it's another great Wednesday because we have so many humps that we need to go over with. So we'll start at the top of the hill and slowly decline to the bottom, but we'll never fall.
The first subject is that Staples Center, which
Staples
was
Center.
previously known as nothing because it was new,
Or
is
as Staples Center.
turning itself into
Crypto.com
Crypto.com Center.
Center?
What is crypto? Well,
is
if you listen to the Runner
What is
and
that?
Gunner
Huh?
show,
What? Who? What?
then you
When?
know how to purchase
How? What? Why? How?
secret crypto, and you know how to make it grow for you. However,
Wait a minute. Is
in
crypto
case
a
you
plant?
don't listen
Plants
to the
grow.
Runner and Gunner show, then you're probably TMW. But anyways,
Whoa.
we're talking about the Staples Center turning into Crypto.com Center.
That's right.
What does that mean?
Crypto is a form of money which you make by getting baked. I mean, what you make by baking by the lake. I mean,
easy bake oven.
there you go. So
there
you
we
bake
go.
your muffins and then you cook them and then crypto will come to your house.
And if they're
So-
70 years old or from the 1970s, well, then they taste delicious.
So what you
still.
got to do is play that market and get that crypto.
Get it now.
Go for it while it's
the
still
future.
fresh.
All right, we got a side subject, and it is called El Corno de
El Corno
Corn.
Destruido.
Do you like corn? Well, then we can have corn. How good are street corns? What's your favorite type of street corn?
elote. I love Mr. Elote. I have one that actually comes to where I live right now. But to be honest, you have to live in the hood. So I used to have one that came to where I used to live, and now I still have one that comes to where I currently live. So that means corn is good. So they put mayonnaise on
I
it.
like the mayonnaise.
They put Parmesan
I like
on it.
the
They put
Parmesan.
chili on it. They
I like
put
the
butter
chili.
on it.
I'll put
They
the
mix
butter.
all that stuff on it.
Put it on my corn.
And then you ask them for extra chili.
And then you get the corn husk.
They put a stick in it. But before they do all this, let's rewind it all the way back. So before they even do that, they put it in a big tub and they boil it all. Hopefully they don't bathe in this
It's
tub,
corn.
but they might, and you still got to risk eating it. So if you got a little hair on your corn, don't eat it.
All you got to know is if it's a woman, get it, because she probably knows what she's doing, unless she's a sucia.
And she chaves.
But if it's a man, don't get it, because he's got to pee somewhere. Anyways,
And they also have
We're
these
just
things
kidding.
called
just make sure they wash their hands.
bomb chips.
Actually,
The little wheel chips are good.
eat some street
The
corn.
little wheel chips are good.
Have a good time.
And they put lemon in these
Put
chips.
the lemon.
And they put freaking Parmesan
Put
again.
some
And they put
Parmesan.
freaking some special salsa and some red stuff. I don't know.
I like the
It's
chili.
they call it Bloody Mary. And then you eat it and
Gotta
it's
put the
freaking
corn,
good.
and then you put the corn in, then you put the corn husk and make tamales, and then
You
you
shove
have a
the
good
corn
time.
in,
It's
and you
November,
puff it up.
Thanksgiving's coming up, yeah. Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Feliz giving the
Everybody,
Feliz giving the
Paul
corn.
and Ringo versus
Paul
Wayne and
Ringo
Garth.
versus Wayne and Garth.
I'll tell you
We're
what
not
Wayne and Garth would
worthy.
say. We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
So Wayne and Paul would just look. I mean, Wayne and Garth would look at Paul and Wayne and look at Garth and Ringo and just.
We're not worthy.
That was so mixed
We're
up.
not worthy. But
Paul
what
and
about
Ringo would look
Paul
at
and Ringo
Wayne and Garth and
nowadays
just
as
be
80-year-olds
nice.
versus Wayne's World in 1992?
We're not
1993.
worthy.
We're not worthy. But what about
Even now.
Runner and Gunner versus Paul and Ringo? I'd knock Paul out.
Well,
And then I'd
that-
say,
that's a
I
whole
play better
different
rock and
story.
roll music than you. And
and
then I knock Ringo out.
I would just hit Ringo in
And
the
say, I
head
don't
with
know how
a
to play the
grosh
drums.
and tell
You
him,
want to play drums for me?
Ringo, come with me. And then he would come
Oh, yeah.
and he
then
would
Paul
play some
McCartney would
drums
say,
and we would make some
Ouch, man,
great
you didn't
music.
have to do that so hard.
And then he would get,
Ouch, man.
he's like, I am a knighted man.
And then I'd
and
be
then he
like,
pulls his sword out like
Sir Paul
He-Man.
McCartney, I, lo siento, por favor, mi forgiveness, eh? And then we'd start playing rock and roll together.
And then I'll give him a big street corn and everybody would be happy, you know?
Yes!
Give them a couple corns and
And
be
some
like,
grosh.
all right, let's have peace. Let's eat our corn and drink some grosh.
Corn,
and have
grosh,
a
and
great
rock and roll.
time. Yeah, man.
I'm telling you,
some
that's
great
the
time.
good life right there.
Cheers to that. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
forget it. Let's cheers.
Yep. Gross.
Oh man.
But yeah, Paul and Ringo are just gods versus pretty much anybody right now that's alive or that has lived before. Put them two together. I mean, we're just talking about the two living Beatles, and you put these two guys together, and that's it to me. There's nobody greater in rock history right now that is living than these two guys.
And
Wayne and Garth are cool. And they're funny.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said right there.
Yeah.
Well, who are the best groups from the 60s?
From the 60s. Are we talking groups? Are we talking solo? Or what's going on here?
Let's talk both.
Oh, okay. All right.
What is the best group, and then who is the best solo artist?
We already both know the best group. There's no questioning either one of us.
What about the Rolling Stones?
I would say they are the second in the whole.
What about
everything?
Van Morrison?
Van Morrison as a solo artist is up there. You see, that's making me think because there's a lot. We forget that also Motown was going down at this time. So we're forgetting about Marvin Gaye.
Motown?
We're forgetting about Stevie Wonder. We're forgetting about so many others that were great as solo acts.
I love them all. I just love
it's really hard to just pick a single
thing you just said right
solo act from that era. And it's just hard. There's so many groups that are great from the 60s and so many solo acts that could kick basketball's butt and make three-pointers all day against any great defending three-pointing team.
So wait, who's a great solo artist from the 60s?
Solo.
Petula Clark?
Petula Clark was
Leslie
good.
Gore?
Leslie Slore? No, wait.
Connie Francis? Connie Stevens?
Connie Chung? Wait, she was... Cat Stevens? No, wait. Cat Stevens, he ate too many cats.
Cat Stevens?
He's from China.
He ate too many cats.
Sorry.
And he didn't love his dad.
Yeah.
You should have saw your dad, dude. You should have just went to his house and saw him. Talked to him on the phone every day. Talk to him on the phone. You can't see him.
What about a lot of people like Neil Diamond?
Well, we said one.
Neil
Van
Diamond
Morrison.
was pretty cool.
Neil Diamond
was cool, but he's underrated.
No, Jimmy was the Hendrix Experience.
Jimmy pretty much was a single.
I mean,
Santana too, but Santana, he had his group, and he doesn't really sing. But he doesn't sing, but he is Santana.
Van Morrison
was his own.
He came from them.
Van Morrison, them.
Yeah.
All
his
those
group
songs,
was them, and his solo career
Brown Eyed Girl. We're talking Brown Eyed Girl. We're talking Gloria. We're talking Here Comes the Night. We're talking many, many hits. Hit after hit from that guy.
And then Diana Ross was also a group.
But she went solo in the 70s.
Tom Jones.
Oh, it's not unusual. What's new?
Pussycat. Not unusual
Man.
to be loved by everyone.
A lot of great hits from Tom Jones. And the ladies used to go nuts. Barry White.
The ladies used to go nuts.
Barry White actually got big in the 70s, but in the 60s, he was
Cat Stevens. Like
Cat Stevens, yeah. But
Barry White,
Cat
Stevens, Tom Jones, everybody is great when you're a solo artist.
But we're not talking so much about Marvin Gaye, Al Green. Freaking, there's a lot of them missing.
Al Green,
man, he was one of the best of all time.
Who else we got?
Brentwood,
Otis Redding.
Boogum song.
Otis Redding made one hit and died.
Otis Redding, one of the best hits ever, sitting on the dock of the bay. So there's so many like solo artists that. What about Richie Valens doesn't count because they died.
Yeah,
right before the 60s hit.
Yeah,
all them did. Elvis. What about Elvis?
Linda Ronstadt.
Elvis.
There you go.
The king. King wins.
Done.
The king wins. Solo artist Elvis.
Done.
Found him.
Freaking done.
All right, that's it.
You want to know the best solo artist from the 60s? Elvis. You want to know the best group from the 60s?
The Beatles.
Done.
That's it.
In case you don't know that,
Bob Dylan's pretty close too. We forgot about him. Bob Dylan was all right.
Yeah, Bob Dylan was pretty close, but he
not
ain't
nowhere
no
near Elvis. He wasn't no king.
Yeah,
so,
Frank Sinatra was in the 60s. Dean Martin was in the 60s.
Dino, man.
Well, now it's coming.
See, here we go.
There it is.
It's all coming out.
All right, everybody. We're talking about this next subject here. It's called quantum computers.
Quantum computers.
These quantum computers are so fast.
They're freaking...
that I heard that they can make 1,000 different directions in 1 second.
Wow.
Yep.
You see, what the heck? How are we still...
Information. We just piled information onto disks.
Wow.
and these discs are now microscopic.
Amazing.
And so these microscopic, they're really microscopic now. And there's a quantum amount of them in one single chip. That's how microscopic
they're so microscopic that we can't see them with the naked eye. You got to use some kind of super duper.
You need a quantum computer.
Quantum computer. Quantum leap.
Yep, quantum leap.
Smoke a heap of hemp. I mean,
but will these quantum computers be able to create human arms for people who have lost their arms? And how good will these
human arms freaking... What if they become...
printed arms be?
Wait a minute. What if they program these arms to do certain things?
Oh, like punch?
I was thinking more of the lines of a pleasure. I was thinking about throwing a fastball 190,000 miles an hour at the highest speed ever.
Whoa. What about slam dunking a basketball, breaking the court every time?
What about picking Andre the Giant up with one quantum arm and throwing him out of the stadium?
Whoa.
What kind of crazy technology is this? Is
quantum
this technology they're
upon us. They're among us right now.
So this is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
It's called the Renaissance of the quantum
from the Runner and Gunner show.
So yes.
You won't hear about quantum computers from any other podcast on Spotify.
Because they won't allow it.
They do not know about it. Only Runner and Gunner know about these things. You know why? Because we are gentlemen. We are kind and gentlemen.
We study our stuff. So
I read about a book every day. But anyways, we're not
to look into it.
Tooting our own horns. We're telling you to read books. Start reading, fool. How lazy are you?
Yeah, just read a little bit. A little bit every day helps, you know?
A little bit every day.
And it actually
or 300
helps
pages.
you from losing your mind, too. Like getting Alzheimer's helps you.
Yeah.
It prevents you from getting Alzheimer's.
You don't want Alzheimer's in the future, right?
Smoke fatty, read a book. And you
don't be fat and read a book.
Yeah, exactly. And read lots of books.
Yeah.
Wait, you can read a lot of books about being a chef and get
What are
fat.
you going to be in the future?
What are you
Audience, we're talking to you. Runner and Gunner, we've already had this conversation.
Our future
We've
is
had
here.
deep conversations, deeper than we have ever had with you, but we are teaching you because we teach people. That's what we are. We're a couple of teachers.
And our future is now and ahead. You know what I mean? Like right now is the future. If you really think about time, in a little speck of time, you could become what you want to become if you push forward to that goal.
You are
and so pushing forward to that goal
away
is
from getting your goal.
The best thing that can happen in your life.
Yeah, prepare for the future, everybody. It's coming, and the quantum computer is making it happen a lot faster
than you even expect.
Yeah, I heard that 40% of all money made today it was made since the pandemic.
Yeah, pretty much.
But now the pandemic's over.
It's pretty much
you got to get some of that money.
Dig. Get into it. And prepare for your future. Get ready. Start studying again. Get back on it.
Don't use computers.
Don't use this COVID crap for an excuse. Let's get on it, people.
You got to think about technology as what is essential and what is not. You got to think about essential technology.
What do you need and what do you not need?
We got someone. We got a specialist who could help us out.
Oh, we do? Who is it?
With helping you.
Oh, man, really?
Hold on. Let me bring him.
We got one of those big... We got Bill Gates. Who the hell do we got here?
Lenny. All right, here it comes, everybody.
Who'd you say?
Uncle Lenny's here.
Oh, crap. This guy?
Oh, man, he's
all right,
here.
well, shit.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Uncle Lenny, you're back. All right.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Uncle Lenny, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, so,
what's up, Paul?
So...
You're still doing the Runner and Gunner show, huh?
Yeah, well, we got to keep doing that because
so lame.
All your followers need it. You know, there's a lot of Uncle Lenny followers that need it more than Uncle Lenny.
In my hands. I got more followers than you.
Okay, so you think. Anyways, what technology do you think is the most essential?
Yeah.
Since these 20s have began, because we're living in the 20s, we're living in the new technology era.
20s.
We were just talking about the quantum computers, and so do you think? Yeah. What do you think is essential for these current days? What kind of technology?
Basically, a quantum computer is a computer that can make 5 billion decisions at one time. In a matter of moments, matter of seconds.
Yeah.
And so basically with that kind of technology, you're looking at an unprecedented future that has redesigned all men in creativity, will rewrite the books for everyone, and it will set everything back to zero so that we have to start all over again in this new
Uncle Lenny, are you trying to say that these computers will set us back to the caveman days?
I'm
so you're
telling
saying
you that.
exactly what will not happen.
I'm telling you that AI will be much more essential than a human being in, say, about 50 years.
Well, I disagree very strongly because human created AI.
No,
and
also dogs will be more essential than human beings. And
wait, what kind of dogs are you talking about? Are you talking about the ones that need the blind?
30
or just
years.
The regular dogs? Like the regular everyday house dog?
Yeah.
Wow.
Regular everyday house dog golden retriever.
Wow. I
Or a
strongly
gorilla.
disagree again, sir. Sorry, Uncle Lenny. You are way off of what we're talking about here.
All right,
we're
well.
trying to talk about essential. This is not essential.
I'm going to be thinking about
Things
your
that are
argument
essential.
for weeks to come, runner.
Well, things that are essential are just like simple
first
things.
of all,
like Google Maps are
what
now
is essential is a computer with hands.
Is it?
And then a computer with very vivid HD quality 10K
Wait a minute.
technology glasses.
Uncle Lenny, when it comes to the technology, I mean, the 10K and all that, it doesn't really matter. As long as it does its job and it takes us where we need to go, and it puts you in whatever site you need to go to, it doesn't matter how high quality it is.
As long as we gentlemen, isn't that what you call us? As long as we can have girlfriends that are created on the computer at 1 a.m.
So you're talking about the cyberbots that you are wishing
Hold
for
on, shut
in the
the
future.
hell up.
This kick his ass. Get him.
Get out of here. Yeah. Dang, man. Sometimes Uncle Lenny gets...
Damn, we gotta kick his ass.
Get a girlfriend on the computer-generated girlfriend. What kind of man is that?
Man, he's nuts. I'm telling you.
That's essential technology?
I was trying to explain to him.
A computer with hands? Are you kidding me?
The things he says were unessential. Everything he was saying was way off.
I mean, the quantum computers is pretty awesome. I think that everyone should have a computer, if only to have a job.
Yeah.
To make lots of money instead of, working physically.
Yeah. But not let a computer do your job for you.
Get your
like
computer.
Uncle Lenny was saying.
Do your Monday morning business, your Wednesday afternoon business on the computer.
Exactly.
Then, after you make all your money, you turn the computer off and you spend time with your significant other or your kids.
Yeah.
Or your family.
Give them the knowledge that they
so you can
yearn for. And then plus it's helping you and your
and electricity is nature.
Inside.
Electricity is nature. So do all your business on the electricity.
But don't let electricity run you.
Yeah,
we run electricity.
Get back to
Uncle
ice,
Lenny was saying that electricity runs us, which is opposite of the truth.
Yeah, that's what Uncle Lenny was pretty much saying, was that
and
electricity runs us.
So
electricity.
Just know that electricity, man invented electricity. Man invented everything.
Does your
or woman, man and woman. Sorry.
Clothes dryer? Does your clothes dryer run you? Because that's static electricity. That doesn't run you. Yeah, it's fun. Make money. But then, when you make your money, turn it off, spend time with your kids, spend time with your family, drink a beer, breathe in air, go swimming,
relax,
drink some water.
Learn about yourself and your soul.
Get in touch
and get
with nature.
Assorted with your goals. Figure out what you're going to do tomorrow.
Your purpose.
Think about your next day and the next day.
Yeah.
Don't think about how technology is going to run my next day. Think about what I'm going to do tomorrow. Not technology.
Yeah.
I am.
Because you are dirt. You are also an element. Technology is an element, and so are you. You're different elements.
Different types of elements. Yeah, they are
so
actually
become in touch with your
not
elementals.
The same elements as us.
Yeah, gather a bunch of elementals, and gather a bunch of elementals,
and take a bunch of Mentos and have the fresh maker
and
take over your computer.
Mental like him, BJ Herman.
Huh? Where'd I go?
Who is a mental basket case? We're not saying that. Anyways, whoa, we got deep. That was deep.
That was a lot, and we are already getting ready to
What would you do if the Raiders won the Super Bowl?
If the Raiders won the Super Bowl, what would I do? Man, honestly,
that's gross.
The honest truth. I'd probably have plenty of water, and eat a lot of broccoli and enjoy myself. How about you? That was a code, but if you guys could, you know, it was a Da Vinci code.
The producer is telling us that we ran way too long.
Oh, shoot.
And we got to wrap this
guys.
up.
All right.
But if the Raiders win the Super Bowl, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will buy you, runner, 15 Rambo's tacos.
Oh, man. And I will eat 15 Rambo's tacos on the air.
Yes.
If the Raiders win the Super Bowl, I'll eat them all on the air. I'll starve myself the whole day during the Super Bowl from morning to the end of the Super Bowl.
And that Monday.
Eat them on the air.
Yes. That is right. So you heard that, everybody. If the Raiders win the Super Bowl, 15 Rambo's
and
tacos.
runners eating 15, gunners buying 15, and they all have to have hot sauce in them.
And guess what else? Gunner will also eat 15 tacos.
Oh, here we go. 30. We heard
30
everybody.
Rambo's tacos
30 Rambo's
with
tacos.
extra chili.
If the Raiders.
If you live in West Covina, go to Rambo's Tacos.
Francisquito. Look it
All
up.
right, everybody. The hump of the day.
The hump of the day today is Frogger.
Frogger
The game versus
Pacman. What is a better arcade game? What is a better game on the
So
NES?
we talked about this earlier.
What is a better game on the Game Boy Advance?
And both of these games, it was very, very close to being a tie. Both these games are great. I love them both.
Yeah.
You know, they both have
I love them both. I had
objective.
Frogger on a Game Boy Color. It was the very first colorful game on Game Boy.
Game Boy Color.
It switched from yellow and black
Those were cool.
to color.
Yeah.
And that was way back when. I still remember because I don't forget anything.
Yeah,
and,
those were
I bought
cool.
it. My family bought it for me for Christmas, and they bought me
That is
Frogger.
nice.
I plugged it in. I had Bomberman
The
too.
little cartridge. Oh,
Frogger.
Bomberman too, yeah.
Boom! I was
Frogger
killing it on
cool.
Frogger on the
Yeah.
Nintendo Game Boy Color.
And you go across, you leap
Frogger
across, you got to
version.
avoid traffic. We were talking about
Pac-Man was also for the Game Boy Color. I didn't play that game. But also, Pac-Man is for your PlayStation 4 if you have it.
Yeah,
You can
but
get
they
the
got these
Namco.
super duper Pac-Mans. I'm not too into the super duper Pac-Mans, but I
Yeah.
like the old school one, like the
Neither.
real deal.
Like, if
they
you
have
got
these super crazy weird, and it gets all psychedelic colors, and you eat the Powerball, and
Yeah,
it goes
sometimes
crazy.
if you go to the bar or if
See,
you go
but-
to a restaurant, they have an
Oh,
old
remember the flat
classic
one? Have you seen the flat one?
table
The flat
Pac-Man.
table Pac-Man. That
Put
is
your
bad.
quarters and put your pennies into that
Do
thing.
it. If you see a flat table Pac-Man, you guys better get out there and play it.
So
because that
in
is
that
living
sense,
the old school
With that
way.
said, I will choose Pac-Man over Frogger, even though I played Frogger on the Game Boy
And
Color.
I would say that I love Frogger so much, and I love leaping across. Man, that game was great. But I also have to choose Pac-Man because
Yes!
I love Pac-Man.
I'll sip to that.
Sip to that.
All right, everybody, what is your favorite game, Frogger or
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man?
You got to pick one and choose one.
The Runner and
wisely.
Gunner Show at gmail.com. Email us and we'll talk about you and tell
We
us your
will
name.
get back to you, and we will.
Do not give us your social security number. We are not like that.
Yeah, we don't want to steal your whole world. But if you want a shout out, you better say something good and positive about us, and we'll give you a quick little shout out on this wonderful show that we have.
All right. Now we went way over our time. Our producers are gonna freaking punch us in the stomach.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. We got to be going, guys.
One of them, his name is Daryl, and he is bald headed, and he is a punk.
And Carol is a big old giant woman, and she is about 6'10".
So they're
She
saying
won't-
we have to do the 2-minute rundown right now. We're
gotta
sorry
do
we went so
the
long.
2-minute
With the
rundown.
2-minute rundown.
So here we go. The Lakers are struggling right now as we speak. The Clippers are struggling as well. Dodgers still rebuilding. Angels got to rebuild. The Raiders have been struggling also. They lost last Sunday. Let's hope that they could win this Sunday.
They better.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the sports world, and we just know that you
Hockey's
guys,
here. We want the Kings to
the
win.
Kings,
The Ducks
the
suck.
Ducks are not doing well, and the Kings are struggling as well. So we better kick some butt.
Yeah, the
Let's
Ducks,
go,
you
Kings.
better win. Also, Grand Theft Auto,
Grand Theft Auto, San
and Vice
Andreas.
City are coming out for the Nintendo.
The Switch.
The very first time that they've been on
Man,
Nintendo
and it's gonna be
system
enhanced.
ever.
They're gonna enhance it.
And with enhanced controls and graphics,
You guys gotta
hopefully
go get it. Go out
they
there.
don't get the cheap treatment where PlayStation gives us the crummy version.
Yep, just like they usually do.
Yeah, like Tony Hawk, the remaster version, like PlayStation 4 got the coolest, most awesome version ever. And then we got PlayStation 5 got the best version ever made. And then Nintendo got this crummy piece of garbage, broken, no frame rate version. Come on. We make more money than you. Anyways, everybody, it is Wednesday the 17th.
Go out there and get that Grand Theft Auto because it's going to be online. This is going to be the first time ever that Grand Theft Auto, the old Grand Theft Autos have been online. It's going to be trippy to play Vice City online. Also, it's going to be trippy to play San Andreas online and Grand Theft Auto 3. Get online.
Beat it. Play the story. Watch it if you're new to the series.
Get with your friends. Call your friends. Tell them to get it.
The Nintendo Switch version, of course. Not the PlayStation 5 version with all its bells and whistles. But also, Truth Social comes out on the 21st.
Truth Social.
And in case you're a Trump fan, you'll probably love this site. But also, in case you're just trying to look for a new social media platform, this one's probably going to be pretty down. Also, we got freaking the Staples Center turned into Crypto.com.
Crypto.com.
And then, December 1st, Facebook turns into Meta, and they start the Metaverse video game land for the world.
That's going to be great.
It's going to be a game changer, to say the least. Everybody, that is the 2-minute rundown. This is the Runner and Gunner show. We don't usually go this long, but this is the Wednesday edition, so we don't care what we do.
Because it's a season opener.
Everybody, all we want you to do is stay safe, have fun, say things that are nice to everybody.
Be kind.
And this will be our year. I know the year's not over yet. It's 2021 still, right? Can we check the calendar?
So don't be a Lenny. Get out there. Be kind to somebody. Treat somebody kind next to you. Shake your next man's hand. And try and be the greatest person that you know you can.
Be them. You know what? These last 2 months are going to be the greatest months of the year.
Yes,
I'm telling you that because I know that's the truth. Everybody, God bless you.
God bless. Be safe in the fall. Drive safely.
And I won't forget the way you said, darling, I love you. You gave me faith to go. Now we're there, and we've only just begun. This will be our year to grow.
Yeah, we're turning it on. Jeez.
Hold on, we're almost out, man. Let me have one more beer and then we'll go.
Oh!
Get
his ass out of here. Kick that sucker out. Get his ass out.
Man. I get it. We're clicking it now. Clicking it. No, clicking it.
Okay, we went over our time. So what?
Clicking it now.